G'day, friends and fans. Welcome to Tabletop News. I'm your host, the author, David Applegate, author of the books The Boyhood Arcade, Power Games, Into the Elves Bound, and coming soon, The Erotic Tales from the Empire. Thank you to all those people who support the channel. You can support the channel through Patreon, buying my books, buying my merch. All my links are in the link tree. Scan the QR code now or wait till after the show. Now, I'm just going to do a quick sound check. I had an audio issue earlier, and I'm redoing my right. Audio is working. Hopefully all is well. Nothing's going to go wrong. Right. Hopefully it will stay that way. And chat remains working. I'll check it and see how it goes. So waiting for there's a delay on the update. Right. Right. Now I will go to my favorite site and give you the rundown on the bundle of holding and what's new and what's happening and what's available. Right, first up is Delta Green Impossible Landscapes, horror espionage, tabletop role-playing game, campaign. That's a long one. The Delta Green campaign Impossible Landscapes, entire collection, 1995. Born of the US government's 1928 raid on the degenerate coastal town of Innsmouth, Massachusetts, the covert agency known as Delta Green opposes the forces of darkness with horror, but without glory. You fight to save humanity from Lovecraftian horrors. Note, this previously appeared in September 23 Delta Green bundle. All right. Impossible Mission 1995 gets all the books. Impossible Landscapes plus Static Protocol includes the Static Protocol expansion. The Agent's Handbook, everything you need to play a Delta Green agent. Next up, we have the Delta Green Handler's Guide, everything you need to Game Master a Delta Green campaign. The agent dossiers, 41 pre-generated agents, and the Game Master screen, 4 panels of reference charts plus artwork. Now, have you bought Delta Green before? You don't. If you have the Delta Green pack, you should have this. If not, go ahead, buy this quick deal. Next up, we have the Menagerie Shadowdark, a old-school tabletop role-playing adventures from Menagerie Press. Menagerie is third-party adventures for Arcade's old-school fantasy role-playing game, Shadowdark. All adventures require the Shadowdark rulebook, which is not included in this offer. You can download it from Quick Starter Set, free from Drive-Thru RPG. So, this shattered records. February 2023 Kickstarter campaign made over 1 million in pledges. Over 1 million pledges. All right. Sorry, made over 1 million. Sorry. Not made 1 million pledges. Sorry. All right. Shadowdark, Pets of Brand, loot and discover lost magic hidden in these caverns. These are all adventures Adventures for Shadow Dark. You get Celtic Shadows, Mythical Island, Rats of Ugul, 8 low-level dungeon crawls, Ruins of Ardusk, a hex crawl with 10 adventures, Ardusk, City of Ancient, stories describes how the city's conquerors fled, and open portals for demons and all magic. Shadow Dark RPG, third party. Woeful Barrel 7 Shadow Dark Adventures, and Secrets of Shadowwick. Innsmouth style Shadow Dark horror adventures. All this, one low price, $19.95. Remember, you need to get the Shadow Dark Handbook, but it is free on Drive-Thru RPG. From May 2021, the leading sci-fi tabletop role-playing game from Mongoose Publishing, Mongoose Traveller 2.0. The 2020 Starter Collection, $17.95. Once again, you can have a second shot at acquiring the Traveller second edition bundle as part of Traveller Week. Traveller first published May 1st, 1977. Nearly 24 past Traveller Traveller bundles from the past have been revived. For $17.95, you get three titles in the Players Collection, retail value $100, all DRM free. Level Up, pay the threshold price of $31.74 or more, and you get the entire Referee Collection, which includes 10 more supplements worth an additional $114, including the Essential Ship Design Handbook, Highguard. This is the Highguard 2022 updated edition. The base collection, you get the second edition starter set, which includes the Fall of Tinath campaign, the companion update for 2024, a versatile toolkit for Traveller campaigns, the updated supply catalogue, updated 2023, don't leave home without it. Now, Level Up, which I always recommend you do, you get the Highguard update for 2022. This is the updated Highguard deployment shuttle and the vehicle handbook, second edition, all hop aboard. 6 referee briefings, short treatises on travel, commerce, combat, and wonder. And the referee screen, updated useful charts and tables, updated in 2024. 214 sector spanning science fiction RPG. Now, I recommend you get this and Level Up because not only do you get the starter campaign, you also get the vehicle handbook and the Highguard handbook. Those 3 alone, everything you need for, supply catalogue as well. But you need these 1, 2, 3, 4 for the next campaign, 3.5. Drinax, updated from May 2021, the epic campaign from Mongoose. The base campaign revived from May 2021. Drinax bundle is the second of 2 revivals to feature the second edition Traveller tabletop game from Mongoose. If you don't have the first offer, you need it to play this. Pirates of Drinax is in the Trojan Reach Star Sector, Backwater. Drinax once ruled an empire. Oleb wants it back. Privateers prey on what was once his glorious kingdom. Well, he inherited, didn't rule it, and he wants you to bring it back to power for a price. Well, do you want to bring it back to glory or not? $12.95 gets you 4 titles in the initial starter collection. However, pay the threshold price of $26.72. You level up and get the entire collection with 5 more titles. Pay the minimum, get the Pirates of Drenax. Restore Drenax or not. This is the beginning of the campaign. 460 stars, total population 600 billion in 9 groups, small gaggle of independent states. Right, the Throne World kicks you off. Now you have a collection of adventures which can be either part of the Pirates of Drenax or 3 short campaigns on their own. Level up, which I always recommend you do, and you get the entire collection. Now, the Juraxian campaign kicks off a expansion of sorts but can also serve as customizing vessels for various other functions, or part of the Sindelian Empire in the Trojan Reach, or be part of your own campaign. Incorporates 10 previous published ebooks, raiders, and various, as you can see, various clusters. Shadows of Sedan is a 3-part campaign and extensions. The Pirates of Drenax discover hidden treasures and lost treasures in Sedal. And 3 more adventures which can either expand or be each individual standalone, or continuing on from the Shadows of Sindel. Either all bringing up the next collection, T5. T5 is Traveller 5, the complete T5 core rulebook from August 2022. This is the 5th edition of the classic Traveller. This is revived from August 2022, which features the 2014 5th edition version of Traveller. This was revived originally back in 2012 by Mark Miller to bring all the previous editions and all the previous eras and all the previous tech into one core rulebook set. 75 gets you the titles in the revived T5 collection, T3, which you get the 4 core rulebooks, the largest and most detailed collection of Traveller rules, starship plans, deck plans, and various diagrams, worksheets, combat cards for a full in-depth, basically building a campaign, not is a campaign for, expanding all the rules. Basically, core rules plus deck plans. All right. Traveller Imperium Tour. This is, again, classic Traveller. The 3rd Imperium. It's a starter collection, $12.95, and you get the classic Traveller Imperium Tour from the 1980s from Games Designers Workshop. You have a stellar array of rulebooks and supplements that tour 11,000 worlds over 1,100 years of history of the 3rd Imperium. Various rules, settings, and scenarios, everything you need for high passage through this much-loved space opera. 11 titles in the original set, DRN3, paid at threshold price $32.30, level up, and you get the entire bonus collection of 13 more titles. In the Starters collection, you have the Traveller Handbook, 1 volume of the 1982 core rulebook, which is actually the previous 3 rulebooks put together. The Traveller Adventure, so I don't mean these previous rulebooks, I mean this supersedes this rulebook, but it doesn't have all this material. Now, the Traveller's Adventure is year-long Spiral's March subsector. You have 6 Traveller deck plans, various forms and charts, and the introduction to Traveller. Now, level up and you get more modules, which basically gives you Aslan, and the Hivers, and the last descendants of the ancients, and the Solari Reach, the champions of human supremacy. Hail, comrades! The party is always right. Now, the third Imperium guides, 5 Imperium guides gives you detailed worlds and sector maps from around the Imperium. 4 days left on this one. All right, Factor Traveller. In the 1980s, well, sort of in the 1980s, FASA had a license for a while, which they later abandoned, and abandoned completely, was the FASA Traveller license. FASA more known for its Battletech and Shadowrun, and going broke. All right. May 2023, FASA featured a Classic Traveller supplements as a licensee, starting with ship plans and decks. Deck plans, ship plans, and supplements. Now, they produced actually rather detailed ship here, 23 modular deck plans, 15mm, and a page supplement book, every deck, rigid room, promenade, and swimming pool of a liner. And a setting for murder, assassination, theft, hijacking, terrorism, kidnapping, and more. The 17 crew members and short scenarios and other adventure seeds, which they later produced more adventures. I cannot remember, but I'm pretty sure they were all standalone. And a Starport hotel, which was set to be a adventure seed for break-ins and hostage scenarios. There was the seeds and beginning of expanding the lore, and then they didn't. So, however, whether you're into Traveller or looking for something new, level up. You get Sky Raiders, a trilogy of adventures, pirates, pillagers, some equipment and accessories, and various deck plans and ships for science fiction. Right, next up, Game Lords. Game Lords Traveller from May 2022 is again the Vintage Traveller supplements. Now, when FASA spat the dummy, I suppose, on Traveller, Marischal Adventures was born, and they went to Game Lords and published many Indian source books and scenarios for true. These are prolific publishers of Traveller material, various linear scenarios, and self-published a number of books and booklets. This was the era of dot matrix. There was no. A lot of them were pretty much printed and mailed out. This was pretty much the Wild West of tabletop games, where even colour printing was rarely available. Now, in the base set, you get 10 Traveller supplements and adventures from the Game Lord collection. However, pay the threshold price, $21.52, and you get various revival lost supplements, 17 more titles worth from Keith's early scenarios and all the way up to just before Candlenauts. Yeah, they sold out their 500 run copy immediately. This revival gives you a new chance, to get that. All right, minimum price gets you the pilot's guide to the Drenexler subsector, planet environments, planetary adventures, and anthology of adventures for any campaign. Lost Supplements gives you 9 Candlenaut supplements, various environments, letters of marquee, and more. This sold out when it was originally published and republished. So 8 Marshall Folios gives you more scenarios in the original publication, 1981, 1982. Unfortunately, Game Lords, in 1982, Game Lords had agreed to be the publisher, and they quietly ceased publishing. So there is just the scans available, apparently. Against the Dark Master, a high-adventure tabletop role-playing game from Open End Games. The starter collection, 1795, gives you, from an October 2019 Kickstarter campaign. It's an old-school percentage system in the style of Grand Sagas of Tolkien. And whether you're the Horned King, the Witch Queen, various temptations, unborn spirits, you name it, there's hordes of servants and corrupting magic. Though the Dark Master himself cannot be fought, you just have to go against the Dark Master. That's it. Everything you need for a full-scale campaign. Now, if you get 3 titles in the starter collection. Now, if you pay the official price, $18.81, you'll level up and get the entire collection. There was something. Dark Master rules, modelled on Ironcrown's Middle-earth role-playing. Yeah, so open system. Yeah, Dark Master website. Give you a quick start guide to the rules. Which I also think, so against the Dark Master, once again, the Dark Master's at it again, and you go for it. And Heartsbane, another introductory adventure for Dark Master for 2 to 4 characters. Single session and various charts and tables. Now level up and you get more new rules, new cultures, backgrounds, combat system, more beasts, new location, and new adventures, and core spell cards. So you can record your spell cards and your parameters and their effects. Now, the thing about the bundle holding is they have permanent bundles on sale, such as the Dungeon Crawl Classics, the Traveller Little Black Books, Old School Essentials, Shadow of the Demon Lord, and many others, including Champion System, Trail of Cthulhu, Tiny Dungeon, and Torg Eternity. No time limits on these bundles here, whereas these bundles are all time limited offers. I'd like to invite you to join Future Fantasy, my Patreon, homebrew science fantasy setting for D6. $1 supports the community and you get access to role-playing material and a free battle map. Level up and you pay the price, $3, you get the maps, 4 maps for $3, as well as supporting other artwork. And Knights, double thank you, get access to the same maps but with grids. And of course, you support all my endeavors. Now, my second favorite site is the Drive-Thru RPG. Now, everything you get at the bundle holding is usually on Drive-Thru RPG for download, but the Wizards, if you create an account there, you get what's called the Wizard Locker, where all your, I think it's the Wizard Locker, where you get all your downloads stored, all the download links. Now, Rolemaster, for over 4 decades, Rolemaster has been one of the leading fantasy role-playing games, not the leading, that was D&D, which is crumbling and been replaced by various others. It's dividing, it's breaking into various subgroups with Rolemaster, Dungeon Crawl Classics, Warhammer Fantasy, and various independents. With Rolemaster, you have creature lore, updated creatures, various real-life threats such as tigers and sharks, and various other more legendary threats from minotaurs, griffins, demon whales, unicorns, drakes, hydras, basilisks, with amazing artwork from Iron Crown's Enterprises. And a silver bestseller, Brightborne. Brightborne is a sort of story / card deck encounter system from the creators of best-selling games such as Entity, Kurori, Campside Story, and Storytellers. This is a GM-free roguelike diceless dungeon crawl for 1 to 4 players. A rich, grimdark world. All you need is in the rulebook a pencil, and a deck of blackjack cards. The cards shuffled are your encounter deck, and you play until you hit the Joker, and you get your encounters from the suits and their various cards. Simple game, simple rules for 1 to 4 players. Thank you all those who support the channel. You can support the channel through various means. Appreciate each and every one of you. Again, thank you for your time. Please consider supporting the channel through Patreon. Buy my books, buy my merch. All my links are in the link tree, which you'll find in the description below, in my profile, or scan the QR code on the screen. Please and thank you. Appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.